Hi guys, this is Cece from Little Girl Big World, and today I have a good friend with me. She has a great blog that we want to share with you guys. Tell us more about you and where can we find your blog and what is it about?
Hey everyone, my name is Fountain and I have a blog called Doctor of Happiness actually. And in this blog, I share my life stories and personal things I've discovered while growing. So make that into like little self-help blogs where I give tips about different subjects, for example, stress and anxiety, or I talk about self-comparison and a wide range of topics actually. You can find my blog. It's in the link. The link will be put below. Or you
Yeah,
can follow me on Instagram where I make little infographics from time to time and talk about different issues that affect everyone.
sounds good. So, what is exactly stress and what's anxiety? What's the difference?
Okay, so many people don't know that stress and anxiety are like two different subjects. But firstly, stress is when your brain feels like there have been multiple demands placed on it. So there's this feeling, your body naturally reacts to it, making you tired or depressed. However, anxiety is when you feel fear or worry. It's caused from a feeling of uncertainty. That is when we experience anxiety. However, when we are uncertain or when we feel we're afraid, we don't experience stress actually. What we're
Hmm.
experiencing is anxiety. But when we feel multiple demands placed on us, that is when we face stress.
So, how do you know if you're experiencing each one? Can you give us a specific situation?
For example, if we look at a relationship, you can experience stress. But let's say in a marriage, you can experience stress when you have so many demands to meet up with. You have the kids' food to be made, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have to take care of the laundry. You feel like you have a whole weight of different responsibilities on you. That's when you experience stress. However, you feel anxiety when, let's say, there's a lack of financial provision. That is when you start to feel anxious about the future. Also, you feel anxious when you feel like the relationship you're presently in
Mhm.
cannot last. It's not a long-term relationship. So you feel insecure and that causes anxiety.
Ah, I see. And why do relationships give people anxiety?
Firstly, everybody has a very different attachment style in relationships. So some people have insecure relationship styles. So that means they really depend on security from their partner. And when they don't have that, they become very anxious of they lack trust, they feel like maybe their partner is cheating.
Mhm.
Second, people can have anxiety due to previous relationships. Some people have gone through abuse. So when they're in their present relationship, they're worried, therefore they become anxious that maybe they're going to experience the same situations again. So anxiety is usually from previous relationships, the type of person they are, and let's say lack of security in their relationship. When they don't feel comfortable fully, that's when we experience anxiety.
I see. Well, many of us are wondering, does stress, depression, and anxiety ruin relationships?
Yes, it does to an extent. There are certain people that are able to deal with people that have anxiety, especially females. We're able to take care of people that go through anxiety better than males. That's because we are more emotional. So, for example, if someone is not very open to the situation or is not aware that their partner is facing anxiety or has constant anxiety issues, then the relationship will not be well sustained.
So, many of us are wondering, does stress, depression, and anxiety ruin relationships?
That question can be answered in two ways. If your partner is fully aware that you're going through stress and anxiety, he or she will be able to tackle this with you. But this relationship has to be one that is strengthened and there's communication in it.
Mm.
However, if you're in the early stages of your relationship and your partner isn't aware that you're facing stress and anxiety, this will inherently ruin your relationship simply because they don't understand why you're putting out negative emotions. Anxiety and stress makes us release negative emotions. For example, we might shout at our partners, we may be rude without meaning to be. So when your partner experiences these negative emotions, they feel like maybe it's your sign to end the relationship or you're no longer comfortable. So yes, it can ruin the relationship. But however, if there's communication and understanding between partners, then the problem can be solved through. So that's the best way I can explain it.
Mm. There's anxiety and there's anxiety attack. What is an anxiety attack and how can you prevent it from happening if you're experiencing it?
Anxiety attacks are very specific. They come up from a certain issue. For example, during this corona pandemic, there's lack of financial security. So someone could face an anxiety attack because they feel like I don't know what I'm going to do in my future. There's a specific cause and a reason. So if you want to deal with this issue, firstly, you need to take deep breaths. You need to calm down. You need to work through your problems. So you need to step by step, either you do this alone or you do it with someone you trust and love and explain yourself, talk it out, and try to sequentially walk through your emotions. Why am I feeling like this? What can I do about this? Is there anything I can do to change the situation? What is within my control? So when you are fully able to talk through your emotions, then you can find other ways to distract yourself after you have accepted the situation. So firstly, simply you just need to talk about it and work through your emotions. Then you can find different things to distract you, like going for a walk, focusing on positive things, and like maybe talking to God, or if you have any religious things that keep you at peace. So you must work through your emotions. That's very important.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Just finding things to distract you, to keep you a little more calm and happier, and keep that balance in yourself, whether it's
Mm.
spiritually or not. Okay, and we're also wondering, should you date someone with depression and anxiety? And if you are, what are some things that you can do and what you shouldn't do?
Yes, you can date someone with anxiety and someone that's going through depression, but you need to fully understand that this is going to be emotionally draining because this person is going to release their negative emotions towards you without them knowing. Firstly, if you want to deal with someone that is going through depression and anxiety, you need to understand how to reassure them, provide them security, remind them that everything is going to be all right. Secondly, you need to understand their love language. When you understand their love language, you can love them better and make them feel more safe. Some people prefer physical touch. That means you need to be there for them physically. Some people love words of affirmation, so you need to always speak to them, remind them of their beauty, remind them of how amazing they are. So these two things are very key with dealing with people that are going through anxiety and depression. And lastly, you need to seek outside help. If this problem has been reoccurring over a year, over months, it seems to be a recurring problem.
Mhm.
Maybe it's time to talk to a professional, time to seek out help. So this won't in future ruin your relationship because we can only handle so much as humans.
Right.
At a certain point, you might not be able to constantly reassure them because you are also going to be busy with your own emotions too.
Mhm.
So at a point, you need to bring in a professional to help them work through it and in future improve.
So, like a therapist.
Yes, a
Yeah.
therapist.
That would really help a lot. Just making sure that the pressure is not only on you, but they have an outside person to listen to and have another perspective. And are there any other last pieces of advice for the general public who are watching, who are struggling with this while they are staying at home and social distancing?
I would say stay connected. Stay connected with your friends, your family, because sometimes we feel the need to sort out our emotions alone.
Mhm.
But the problem is now we have no more physical interactions. So we can affect ourselves mentally. Personally, I've also gone through like mental breakdowns because I try to keep everything to myself. So allow yourself to be vulnerable is the first step. Secondly, realize that this situation isn't going to last forever.
Mm.
Things will be back to normal soon. So console yourself and reassure yourself that everything will be all right soon. And thirdly, I would say please stay safe. The more we stay safe, the faster the problem is going to be solved. I feel like maybe build connections, improve on skills that you have not yet mastered. If you love making videos, you could start a YouTube channel like you're doing, engage the community because it's a beautiful place and there's so many beautiful people in the world that you could get to know. So I feel like don't distance yourself, connect through the internet if you can, talk to people, try out new hobbies, discover yourself.
I love your advice. Even though we're all staying here and we have to be alone and we don't have loved ones around, I love what you said. Stay vulnerable, it's okay. And also explore what you have now and just work with it. You're not alone. You can still stay connected like you and I are. And meeting new people virtually, you can always contact your loved ones, your family, people you haven't spoken to in a while. So there's always a silver lining. And remind us again how we can connect with you and continue to follow your words of wisdom.
Follow me on my Instagram handle at fountainayidu, or you can subscribe to my blog. And you can also email me. I get a lot of emails of people just writing down their feelings. They don't want to reply, they just want someone to listen. So if you feel like you just want someone to listen, you can email me. I'm happy to read, I'm happy to understand what you're going through.
Wonderful. And again, we'll have Fountain's info in the description box below, and be sure to check that out. Thanks, guys.
Bye.